change. No one ever seems to be satisfied with the way.
Welcome to Backyard Plinking. I hope Santa Claus was good to you. I hope everybody had a good New Year. Speaking of Santa Claus, after I did the, I'm going to tell you this real quick, and then we're going to look at one that's from UMAREX. It's a replica of the Beretta 84FS. After I did the Christmas giveaway, it kind of fell apart as usual. And to go to a job site way up north of the homestead here. So I took all that stuff with me. The person that come in fourth took a little while to get the email back, but you and the other individual, the hats will be on the way. 3 of them I got mailed off while I was up at the job site. I'll tell you a funny story and then a curious question that I have. If you've been in the post office, you've seen the little standalone self-serve send-a-box little deals that's in there. Really neat. Got a little weight scale on them. You just go in and get the boxes, put in whatever you need to put in. You put it on the weight scale and you put in the address and zip code and it prints a label and it's gone. The problem is the thing is only about this high. So anybody over about 5'4", you gotta lean over and look down to see the little touch screen. The first one I sent was the 4408. It went to Oklahoma. Went off without a hitch. And by the way, I got an email for the guy. He said the first thing he did was pull that thing out and looked all over to see where I had to etch something on there. And I didn't. He finally went back and looked in the box and found a note. And I was like, do you really think that I would scratch up your Christmas gift? And what I did do is I took a little lid off some pellets and put Backyard Plinking 2008 and congrats and made a little holder for it. But you gotta take me with a grain of salt sometimes. What he doesn't know is I used invisible ink on the barrel and put Hello Kitty, so this summer when he's out with his buddies, when it gets in the sun, it'll show up. He'll go home tonight. Clean. Anyway, that went off without a hitch. And the next two that I was going to send was the little tins. The first one went to California or whatever, but I kept trying to put and it said address not found. So I did it 2 or 3 times. I was like, I can't really see it, so I kneeled down on what's left of one good knee, and I'm trying to make sure I'm putting the address in exactly as it was in the email, exactly as I had it wrote down. Some guy walked behind me and said, are you sending that package to a church, or are you just praying it's going to get there? Whatever. Picked them up, took in, went to the counter, said, look, a little standalone kiosk thing over here says that this address doesn't exist. So he typed it in and he said, well, no, it's right here in so-and-so, California, whatever. So, all right, great, I need a label for it. So then we start with the questions, which I had answered before, but now I got to do it again. Is it a liquid? Is it a solid? Is it toxic? Will it burn a hole in the bottom of the truck if it leaks? Is it a live animal? All this is it live ammunition? No. So pay for it, print the label, put the label on it, and don't mind me asking what's in here. It's a little box in there. Would you believe it's a tin? He said, like what goes on a barn? I said, no, not like what you unscrew the top and you can put BBs or pellets or something like that. So it's live ammunition. No, it's not live ammunition, it's empty. Shake it. He said that's a good thing, it's going to California, you know how they are. Next one comes up. We go through the same process. Is it a live animal? Is it this? Is it no. He prints a label. He said the box is about the same size. I said, well, that's a good thing because it's the same thing. He shakes it a little bit and he looks. He said, you know what? You probably should have filled this one up. I said, why? He said, well, it says right here this is going to Detroit. They could probably use a little extra support. Apparently it's rough in Detroit. But this was a confusing part. Florida. California. Okay. Oklahoma, Michigan. Now, from my perspective, where I am. Not this way. So, guess which package got where first? California. Now, how do you send something from Florida to Detroit to Oklahoma, and the first one that gets there is one that's in California? No wonder it costs so much to be on package. You got a guy that's out there just joyriding. Well, you know what? I think I'll go to California first, then I'll come back and hit these other two. Anyway. So, UMAREX Beretta 84FS. Any of you guys know anything about modern firearms, you know this thing is representative of the .380 caliber that Beretta manufactures. Now this particular one, it's got the little push down magazine that's in there, 17 rounds, CO2, BB only, cartridge goes in, little spindles at the bottom. Now it does have the ambidextrous safety, just like most of the Berettas do. It is a blowback, so every time you fire, it blows back, and it does lock open on the last round. You can also decock the hammer without this thing just going off by itself, which is nice. Fixed sights, rear sight, front sight, both fixed. They're not dotted, they're not marked, so if you get a hold of one of these things, you will have to mark the rear and the front. Now, this is not something that you're going to find just sitting around on a shelf yet. I did order this one, and you can find them if you get on the internet and start digging around at reputable places where you can buy air guns from. You can find them anywhere from 65 to, you know, 90 bucks. I mean, it just kind of depends. This one I actually happened to catch on a sale, so I went ahead and picked it up. It is all metal, except for the grips that are on the side. Now, the bag strap, and you can see where the grip is right here, is a pretty good size. So this is reminiscent of, you know, you can't get them in a double stack. You have to ask for the 84s, but it's pretty comfortable, even for a good sized hand like mine. A younger individual would be able to get around and get to the trigger. Now the trigger's a little tough. It's a hard pull to the first click, and then you ease into the shot. You have to fully release, do the same thing over and over again. They could do it. Nice little beaver tail that's on there. Nice comfort. And we're out. Now, it advertises about 360 feet per second. Is what they categorize it as. Well, that don't sound like much. You don't want to be in front of it, trust me. But it's a pretty good little shooter, and you know, this thing again too, if you're trying to teach somebody about modern firearms, and or you're trying to get them to the point where they go from one step to the next, or it's a younger individual, once again, these things are great. There's a lot of motion, there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of things that you have to remember, steps that you have to do, just like you would with a modern firearm. They're still great trainers. And a lot of fun. Need to repaint that. Anyway. Very cool. Nice. Shoots good. A little pricey, but you know what? If you're looking for a trainer, you're trying to get a hold of something and say, well, let me try this. Still a good way to go. Very cool. Happy New Year. Beretta 84FS from UMAREX. Got a lot of neat stuff planned this year. You want to have some fun. Anyway, until next time, my name is Charles. It's been Backyard Plinking. Add on to the backstop.